it will not take more than half an hour, right? So whenever you
Certainly, I will add these things on my daily routine because
correct,
at the end it will improve my what my goal
definitely,
is. So
definitely.
definitely, I will add all these things on my daily routines.
De- Yeah, you
If
live with your
we talk
family
about, yeah, I live in Ahmedabad
now.
with my family. If we talk about my education, so I have done M.Com. By profession, I'm an accountant. I work for a company.
You work for a
And
company
my
and you work in Ahmedabad
yeah
only?
yeah I work in Ahmedabad only.
Okay.
And
Okay.
my hobbies are reading
Huh.
newspaper, playing badminton, and sometimes keep dancing
Huh. So you read newspapers
whenever
as
I get
a
opportunity
hobby.
to dance. Yes, I read newspaper
Huh.
uh, whenever I get time and all
Hmm.
that.
Okay. And what else you mentioned? What other hobbies do you have apart from
I
reading news?
also
Huh.
yes, I also keep playing badminton and
Badminton.
keep dancing. Yeah,
Dance.
so these are my hobbies
You like to
because
dance.
I get positive vibes whenever I do these things.
And it's also healthy. Dancing and everything.
Yeah,
It's obviously positive and it's also healthy. Great.
yeah, actually,
Hmm. And you have interest in politics. Do you have interest in politics, Dheeraj? Since you like to read newspapers and all sort of things, I'm just
yeah,
assuming.
yeah,
Huh.
I keep reading news on politics, but I don't have much interest on politics.
Huh.
But I keep reading news. What is going in our India? What's
Hmm.
right?
What's
So
going
these
around?
things I keep reading.
Hmm.
Yeah, what's going on around India?
Huh.
So these
Okay.
things I keep reading. Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So, Dheeraj, I can see that this is your 10th session today, right? So it is sort of just the starting. So if I
Yes.
ask you that why are you here, Dheeraj? What is the purpose of joining a session like this, right? Then what would be your answer?
Yes, I joined Clapingo to make myself fluent in English.
Hmm.
This is the main reason to join Clapingo,
Mm-hmm.
and as well as uh, whenever I speak in front of any people, so sometimes I get agitated.
Hmm.
So I can understand, I can read well, I can understand well. But if you talk about the speaking part, so I was lacking somewhere. So
Hmm.
I thought there are many medium or platform we can say on social media. So I should give it a shot. So
Hmm.
that's why I joined Clapingo, and Clapingo one of them. So this is the reason I am here.
Okay. So when you say that I face problem when I talk to people, right? So
Yes.
what sort of problem do you face? What do you think that, while I'm talking to someone, what is the confidence is the issue, or you face that, okay, I don't know how to make a sentence, that is the problem, or I forget the words, they don't come in my mind. What exact grammar is the problem, or you face with, pronunciation, or you can't understand clearly. So what exactly is the problem that you face?
Yeah,
We
certainly. Actually, as I said, I can understand what the people are speaking in front of me. But whenever we talk about speaking, so I get hesitant or like vocabulary doesn't come on the spot on my mind what to say now.
hmm,
So that part, and then I get hesitant.
hmm.
I like
Ah,
yes. So
then you
this is
lose
the
your
thing
confidence.
happen. Yes, yes. So then I lose my confidence.
Then you lose
So
your
this is the reasons I faced many times. So I thought if I don't
confidence.
speaking practice, because I am not surrounding with the English people who speak with
Ah,
me in English. That is the reason because
that's
all surrounding speak with me in Hindi only. So
hmm,
if I don't get that type of atmosphere, so how
correct.
can I improve my English? So
Right. So there's a lack
I
of practice.
yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
refer on YouTube. So I got to
Okay.
know about this Clapingo app and
Right.
I took the subscription for 1 month.
Perfect. So, Dheeraj, what right now are you now? You know the problems, right? You know your problems. How are you dealing with it?
Yes.
What are you doing to improve it? Apart from taking and starting these sessions, apart from this, after this, what are you doing?
Besides this, whenever like surf on social media like Instagram and Facebook, if you talk about Twitter, LinkedIn, so I keep like referring daily based news on English in English only, so that
Mm-hmm.
I can be fluent in vocabulary.
Right.
get to know many words there. So whenever I don't understand what is the meaning of this particular sentence word, so I keep note it down in my notebook,
Hmm. And you
and
look for it.
then so yeah, so this is the one habit. And secondly, I also uh, as I said, I keep reading newspaper,
Hmm.
sometimes books as well.
Hmm.
So these are the things besides apart from Clapingo, I am doing every day.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
Anything else?
working hard. Anything else? I keep speaking myself. I keep talking with myself in front of the mirror, so that
Huh.
yeah,
Hmm.
to boost my confidence level in English. So these things
Okay.
I am doing, as well as I also watching YouTube channels like Clapingo Family.
Huh.
Conversation I am watching every day.
Hmm. Hmm.
How they are speaking with each other. So this is the thing I am doing on daily basis.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
All right. So, Dheeraj, the first thing that you're doing, you can continue doing that, right? That is all right. And it will sort of, it won't give a very, a drastic change, but that's all right. You can continue doing that. The second thing you said was reading newspapers and books, which is a great thing that you're doing. If you have, so you have
Yes.
recently started reading just to improve the English, or you have a habit of reading like since always?
Yeah, now I started reading as much as I can, and my most of the time I give it to the reading part only
How much time
because
do you spend a day? If you can.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
for 1 or 2 months, 1.5 months, I have been reading on daily basis,
Hmm.
and so it boosts my pronunciations, right? Whenever I speak, sometimes I unable to express my words
Hmm. Hmm.
word.
Hmm.
So yeah, if I read every day, so sometime yeah, I can now like I can now pronounce well whenever if any hard sentence, difficult sentence.
Hmm.
So reading is the only this is the only key if we want to like fluent in English, and also if we want to improve our pronunciation. So that's why I'm reading.
Okay. So Dheeraj, reading is the best thing that you're doing, right? But reading would help you with what? Reading would help you with grammar, making
Yes.
sentences, right?
Yes.
Vocabulary. It will help you with all those
Correct.
things, right? But
Perfect.
if you want fluency, there's only one thing for fluency and no other thing, which is speaking practice, right? So
Spelling parts. Yes.
even
Correct.
if you're speaking wrong, it is all right, but you have to start speaking a lot. Open your mouth, speak English a lot. That practicing would help you with the fluency part, not reading, not listening to English, not doing anything else. Second thing,
Correct.
pronunciation also. So while reading would, if you find a new word, you look for the meaning, you will know the meaning, right? But for pronunciation also, I think best would be that you, for example, if you're watching something on the YouTube, so listening to English, my point is listening to English would help you with the pronunciations, right? If you listen to
Yes. Yes.
English a lot, so you will know that how to speak a sentence, right? So that
Correct. Correct.
particular thing, reading will not help you with that. Listening would help you with that.
This
So
is correct.
my point being that each and everything is important. If you think just reading would work, no. Reading, also listening to English, and also speaking, all the three things together. What will you speak? You need to have some ideas. Yes, reading is there.
Yes.
Grammar, your
Yes.
grammar should be perfect. Reading is there, right? Vocabulary, you should have words to speak. Vocabulary is there, right? So reading would help you with
Correct.
that. But you have to make sentence and you have to pronounce certain words, how to do that. And when you're speaking a sentence, what should be your pace of talking? Where should you emphasize? On which word should you emphasize, right? Listening to English content would help you with that, right? And speaking, of
Correct.
course, practice, which is the base thing, which is like the primary thing, but you need to support it with
Yes.
other things also. My point being here
Yes.
is that you have to pay attention in a day to all the three things. Now, if for example
Correct.
you have 1 hour in a day extra that you can give to English, or 2 hours in a day, then you can
Yes.
allocate it to all the three things, speaking also, reading also, and watching also, right, Dheeraj?
Yes.
So this would be a thing. Now, while I'm talking to you, I can assess this, that yes, of course there is a speaking practice, definitely there is a lack of speaking practice. For speaking
Yes.
practice, Dheeraj, what you can do is, one thing is that because you said that I don't have that environment, so an alternative I'm suggesting that while reading you can speak out and read. That is one thing, right?
Yes.
What, as I earlier also said, that open your mouth and speak English. That is very important to get that grip of speaking,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So whenever you're reading something, read it out loud, right? Maybe for 15-20 minutes, but read it out loud. One thing. Second thing is, you mentioned that I speak in front of the mirror. That is not an ideal case in, for me. Many people suggest that it's not a bad thing. You can do it if it's helping you in some or the other way. But according to me, what happens is, even if you're wrong, you're speaking wrong, mirror will not come and correct you, right? So if you're speaking
Correct.
wrong, you'll be speaking wrong. If you're pronouncing something wrong, you'll be pronouncing something wrong. If your grammar is wrong, your grammar
Correct.
is wrong. So who is there to correct you? So
But
speaking,
that is why I joined Clapingo, so that
correct.
I can get my if I whenever I get use any sentence wrong, so I can be corrected at that time.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
someone should be there to
Right,
correct me.
to
So
correct you,
that is why I
right?
joined.
That is
Yes.
the way to improve, right? So that is exactly
Correct.
how we
Correct.
improve, if we correct our mistakes. So apart from clapping, you're here for 15 minutes, but after that, what will you do? So a little practice I'll suggest you here. If you like it, then please do it while you're reading something.
Correct.
So if you're reading a story or something like that, maybe a small story, you can find it on Google. A lot of small stories, easy, simple English language stories, right? Read it out, whole story, shut it, right? Close that story, and then speak that story on your own, right? Without looking at it. Without looking at it, try to speak the story, make the story, and try to speak it on your own. Then record
Okay.
yourself while speaking, record yourself, and then you compare your recording with the story. Open Google again, compare your recording and the story. In that way, you'll be able to know that where exactly are you missing, which words are you missing,
Okay.
where are you taking pauses, grammar, where are you wrong, which words you used but they are wrong. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure that for the first time when you'll do it, you will take a lot of pauses, right? Your sentence will be breaking,
Yes.
you'll be taking pauses, you'll be like, there'll be a lot of
Yes. Yes.
while speaking. I know it, but don't
Yeah,
look
in the
at it
last video, I was using yeah most of the time. So
most of the
I
time.
refer my that video again. Then I got to know
Hmm.
I should not use this sentence yeah
Correct.
every time. So I
Correct.
am trying to minimize this word as in my in like being this video.
In the
So I am
next,
not using yeah in
right.
this in this video as well. I am keep myself control to not speak yeah every time. So
Exactly. That is why.
if you keep
That is why I'm saying
listening,
to record yourself.
yes.
If you record
Yes.
yourself and then you listen to it, then you can also see that there should be a comparison. Okay, this was the story, and I read the whole
Okay.
story, and now you're speaking the story on your own. Where are you making mistake? Okay, grammar also you'll be able to point out. Okay, I used the wrong grammar, or uh,
Yes. Yes.
I was not able to make this sentence. Why? Because this word
Yes.
was missing. Okay, so you can compare the two and you can find out, okay, these are the mistakes, and then you can correct them. Obviously, after listening, you'll
Yes.
correct. Again, you can speak the same story, you can speak it out, record it, and then you can compare. You will see in the second time there will be way less mistakes, right? Two to
Yes.
three times if you do this practice, and it's also speaking practice, right? In all, it's a
Yes.
it's a
Yes.
speaking
Okay.
practice also. So
Yes.
this if you do like 2 to 3 times in a week, also if you're able to do this, it's a good practice. It's a speaking practice. It's a practice of grammar also, making sentences also, overall. So you'll be
Correct.
assessing yourself. Like you said, I use a lot of yeah and I do that.
Yes. Yes.
Now when you are making it a point that I should not use it. It doesn't look good, I should not use it,
Yes.
right?
If we keep listening ourselves, if we keep
Ah,
listening ourselves, so we get to know where we are posing, where our pronunciation are being wrong. So
wrong.
all the things we get to know when we listen ourselves,
Ourselves.
right? So we get to know where we are lacking while
Yes.
speaking part. So yes, you are
That is
perfect. I will do
exactly,
the
I
same.
told you to record yourself, right? So that is the reason.
Yes.
So I hope this activity, it helps you. Try to do it
Yes.
whatever time you get. It will not take more than half an hour, right? So whenever
Certainly,
you get.
certainly, I will add these things on my daily routine because
Correct.
at the end it will improve my what my goal
Definitely.
is. So
Definitely.
definitely I will get all these things on my daily routines.
Daily
And
routine. And
thank you so much to
even if
like tell me these all things.
huh,
And this is really useful for me and
uh-huh,
everyone who is watching this video right
uh-huh,
now, because I also like created a YouTube video.
okay.
So if
Hmm.
whatever we are talking, so also my audience will get to know where how we can improve our English, and you are giving very like useful things over
Help,
here. So thank
helpful.
you so much. Yeah,
Helpful.
helpful. Yes,
Thank you. Thank you so much,
definitely.
Dheeraj. I hope these things help you out. Right?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Then bye bye and take care, Dheeraj. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Have a good
Thank
one.